Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Hey. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got your...
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Houston Texans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I got you. Watch the shit. Watch the shit.
Play action. Now Jackson. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lonnie Johnson, the rookie out of Kentucky. his left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Let's go. 55. Check 55. Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go.
This is the rookie from Oklahoma State, Justice Hill. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Off the draw, here's Hill. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans 17.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
I'm coming after you.
They'll run with a rookie from Texas A&M. It's Travion Williams. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 4th down. 4th down. Here's Jackson. Got a man. It's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. At their own 25-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
Check that. 19. Where's the mark? Hey. Check.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. 24-yard gain. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
40 Mike. I got you.
A A shotgun snap for Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Throwing on third down, Watson steps away to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right. It's no good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
Jackson looking left side. Andrews with it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year. Led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner.
At the Texans' 46-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Play action. It's Jackson. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Down. Pittsburgh. Watching your car. Hey, welcome. You better bring it.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Man open left side is Brown. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
we go. Go. Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5.
On third down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Tucker's kick is good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 31. Hey, go Mike 40. Check.
Throwing again is Watson. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. And now the Raven defense going to call it. Timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike 40. What's the run? They're running it. To the car. Mike 40. Focus, defense, focus. 40's the Mike. Squeeze. Over. Mike's delayed. Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. After the sack on 1st down, Watson. Flush to his right. Incomplete.
Watson on the keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Pull together. Mike 13. He's going down. He's coming. He's checking. Hey, check 24. Shoot. Big air.
Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Does the big boy have the juice? And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check in. 3 bud. 54. 13. Mike 13. Watch the out. Watch the out. Mike 13.
Now a first down throw. Watson looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Ravens 17. Texans nothing.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Relax. Mike 13. He's coming. Check in. Here we go, G. Get off the field. You go tight. You got tight right there.
From the gun, Watson. And Stills over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
3 down.
To throw is Watson. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. Stills the intended target.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
55 to Mike.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Jackson, option right. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Jackson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there.
55. Right there. 55.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Quarterback, don't get nervous.
To throw is Jackson. On 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. It's caught. Stills right side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 16 yards, a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 22 yards there, a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
On 1st down, Watson escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming, he's coming. 124. Come on, dude. Check. 9.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. To the air yet again. Watson flushed out right. That is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Let's see what you got. Mark 5.
Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Cameron Brate, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Let's hear it, Texans fans, because it's third down.
The Ravens on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And Brake has it over the middle. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Watson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
He's coming. Check in. Wildfield.
13, Mike 13. Watch the slant.
13, Mike 13. Line him up.
Watson operating from the gun. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, he's got a couple more downs to play with.
13, Mike 13. He's coming. Check in. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
30. 1st down, Houston.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Fairbairn missed it. He pulled it left. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now Watson to throw on third down. And he finds Stills, complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
This is it. Maintain. He's coming. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
He's coming.
3rd and 2, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible, because right now he is wrecking things for them.
On 2nd and goal, Watson. And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Mark Andrews, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already.
There he goes left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, 84 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Lonnie Johnson, the rookie out of Kentucky. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. A gain of 32 that time. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
From the red zone now, Watson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Miller. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
He's set. 18. He's coming. Check in. Here we go.
They'll run for him with Hyde. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer out him again.
Second and goal from the 1.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check safety.
Now Watson going to sneak it. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson scoring on the sneak from a yard out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that up? Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Jackson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. Back to throw, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together.